But let's talk about potential terror attacks, okay? So we are. I'm 36. You know, I got to live through September 11th. You know, I joined the military after that. You know, as an infantryman, I got to go through all that. I got to see, hear about the bombings and marathons, planes coming down, people blowing themselves up, and here or there, just terrorist attacks everywhere. Okay, we had terror alerts back then. You know, you woke up and the news told you what the chances of a terrorist attack was. Okay, so that's what I lived through. That was normal to me. You know, just because that's what we lived through. This is what happened at the time. But my kids have never had to worry about that. And I didn't realize that. I didn't realize how weird that is that, I lived through that and my kids don't. I had to explain to them what that even is. But we're getting back into a state where that's becoming more of a reality here, okay? The U.S. faces an unprecedented terror threat since the October 7th attack in Israel by Hamas, which killed 1,200 Israelis. FBI Director Christopher Wray said that he's seeing blinking red lights everywhere and that the threat level has gone to a whole new level since October 7th. Wray said that the veritable rogues gallery of foreign terrorists have called for attacks against the U.S. inspired by the actions of Hamas and its allies. Can I tell you? I mean, I get it. Free Palestine. Woo! I get it. Like, innocent people dying is not okay. But I want you to understand that we're going to get into that later on, but I got to stop it right here, that there is no way where there's not people dying, okay? I want you to get that through your head. There's nothing. Once you come up with a plan that says, okay, this is how we're going to stop people from dying, let me know. But right now, when you're asking for a ceasefire, what you're saying is I want Palestinians to stop dying and I want Israelis to start dying instead. And yes, when the Israelis start dying, they die in fewer numbers. Maybe that makes it less sad for you. But the people killing them are the people that want us dead. Do you get that? Do you understand the people who you are siding with, that you are saying we are going against Israel, who is the people on our side, to where if there was a war in the Middle East, would be the people next to our soldiers protecting their lives? Those are the people who you're saying you're sick of, the people who you're supporting are the people who want us dead. Yes, not all the Palestinians want us dead, but the Hamas are Palestinians. Do you understand that? You understand that the people who make up Hamas are Palestinians. The people they control Gaza. Obviously, Israel controls Gaza right now. But as far as a Palestinian group in control of Gaza, that is Hamas. The Chinese people are not bad. You got over 1 billion people there. Clearly, they're not all bad people. Most of them are great people, people who I would lay down my life for. However, they are on the opposite side of a combat situation with us if they attack Taiwan. I am not going to stop and say, let's determine which ones are good and which one's bad. No, our country is at war with their country. Israel is at war with Hamas. Hamas is a side project of Iran, who is someone who wants us dead, who their government gets in chambers and chants death to America. So it really bothers me when people are siding against Israel in a war where clearly it is better for Israel to win. Now, yes, they can do it in a better way and stop killing so many civilians, but at the same time, I joined the military after September 11th. And we were not worried about who the fuck we shot. I was worried about keeping him safe. He's worried about keeping me safe. And we are worried about killing any fucker who wants to attack our country. And if you get in the way, I'm sorry for your goddamn luck. Very brutally honest there, but sorry, not sorry, because I am more important keeping my mom safe, my kids safe, my wife safe, my dad safe at the time. Those are the people I'm worried about keeping safe. And if you are threatening those people, If you're threatening my neighbor, somebody down in Florida, someone over in Arkansas, in New York, California, I'm willing to put my life on the line for them because that's my country. Sorry if you don't like the border situation where you just think everyone is just people, but that's not how it works because certain people want you dead. They want to kill you. They want what you have. If they will stop wanting that, I will start saying that we need to keep everyone safe. But until then, I want to keep my people safe. Because that's what we can do. I can't protect your people when your people want my people dead. And in order to keep my people safe, I need to kill your people. So now we have terrorists over here that have been calling for pretty much every week they call for a day of violence. Luckily, nothing has broken out yet, but yet is the key term here. So go on and support them. But if you end up knowing someone who is killed by a terrorist attack, I don't want to hear you complain. I don't want to hear you talk about, oh, now I'm mad. No, you supported that. When it came to your doorstep, don't then talk about how mad you are. Talk about it now when you have the chance to say, hey, we are at a precipice. Which direction are we going to go? You say, let's go with the terrorists. And I say, fuck them. I can get a little heated on this. Iran-backed proxy groups have launched at least 74 attacks on U.S. troops in Iraq and Syria since October 17th, reported linked to the U.S. support of Israel. I get a lot of people telling me, even still now, thank you for your service. And there are some people that I can tell, like they actually mean thank you for your service. Like they do support the military. There are a lot of people who say that don't know what they're saying. They like that you got in the military. It's an idea in their head, but the actual military they don't get. Like how can you support Palestinians when the people on their side are shooting at our soldiers? Now, come up with whatever justification you want. Well, if we didn't support Israel, well, if we put a harder line on Israel, okay? If, but what is happening is our soldiers are being shot at. Luckily, none of them have died yet, but you don't give a fuck about that, do you? Let's be honest. Let's just break it down and be real honest here. Anyone who shoots at our soldiers should be dead. Anyone who backs someone shooting at our soldiers should be dead. Our soldiers are signing up to, and I realize I gotta change those dead words. But you know what? We're not monetizing this, so we can be real right now. We get to be real, okay? But our soldiers don't get to be like, oh well, now that we've killed, we're dead. We can now go back and be living a happy life. Like that's it for them. So for you to not support them against the people who literally want them dead when all they're doing is trying to keep us safe. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's people in the military who join, because there's crazy people everywhere. I'm sure there's people who join and say, oh, I just want to shoot somebody. That does happen. Very few, but the vast majority of the people in the military join because they feel a duty to keep you fucking safe. This is the time to actually support them right now, not later on after they're done when they come back and you can say thank you for your service. Now, when they're actually committing the service, it's a time for you to back them and say, hey, they're keeping me safe, so I want to do whatever I can to keep them safe. I want to support them and not the people against them.